Well, leading India correspondent Amrtipal Singh joins us live from the Israel-Gaza Strip there. Amrit, good evening. Amrit, at this point of time, the attack by land or the ground offensive that is expected to begin, no specifics, no timelines been given. But when do you anticipate this to happen, considering the fact that the evacuation window that was there for people to live is, closed a short while ago?
That's right. The deadline that the Israelis had given to the civilians living in North Gaza has expired. In fact, it expired some time back. First they gave a deadline of 24 hours, then they increased it by another 6 hours, and now it's been a few hours. And all this while, bombardment has been going on, both aerial bombardment by Israeli jets and attack helicopters, and also artillery fire from the Israeli side into the Gaza Strip. What Israel has done is it's amassed a lot of tanks, heavy army equipment, artillery guns, etc. along the border. Now, these are indications that they may go in for a ground assault. They haven't said anything to that effect. They're not revealing what their military strategy is. For one, the reasons of secrecy and reasons of strategy, but also for the reasons of that it is being calibrated. It is changing as the situation is a fast evolving situation. It is changing, according to the need of the hour. What is perhaps weighing on their mind before they go in is whether, it would be a wise idea to go in without taking the hostages out. The Hamas has about 150 plus hostages, which includes Israeli civilians, soldiers, and the civilians. There are children, women. When on Saturday they had come and Sunday they had come inside the Israeli territory along the Gaza enclave, they had raided villages nearby, taken people hostage, killed many of them, and taken people hostage and moved back into the Gaza Strip. Now they raided police stations, they destroyed police stations, they captured soldiers, overrun their posts, took them hostage and took them inside. Now, the thing that's weighing on the Israeli military or the IDF's mind is what if Hamas comes true on its promise of executing them one by one? And the Hamas claims they've already started executing those being held hostage, and have threatened that if they continue, if the Israelis continue to strike targets, they will execute everybody. Now that would create a big problem for the Netanyahu government, because that could change public opinion in Israel, which is right now behind the government, for a reprisal, for a strong military retribution by Israel. But once they see more deaths being happened, especially visuals of children, of which the ones we've seen, IDF and the Israeli government both have been saying that women were raped, little children were slaughtered, their heads chopped off, etc. So, if more barbaric images and violent images come out, and that could change a lot of public opinion. So the political executive of Israel has to factor that in also. And even as this is happening, parallelly, there is geopolitics happening, there is diplomacy happening, there are pressures by the UN. The US is speaking to, everybody. They're talking, of course, to Israel and publicly making statements of supporting Israel, but they are also talking with Mahmoud Abbas, the Palestinian Authority president. They're talking to the Saudis. Joe Biden spoke with Mohammed bin Salman, and Antony Blinken met him. They are talking to the Jordanians. They're talking to Qatar. So they're talking to every player in the game. Egypt. Given all that, they have to factor in what their strategy is. That is it a wise decision to sort of go in, because there would be a lot of challenges they would have to face once they go in. Though Gaza is a very small strip, 41 kilometers long, 6 to 12 kilometers wide at different areas. But what the Hamas has done is that they've built an intricate network of tunnels inside the Gazan city. The Israelis, in fact, I don't know if I can show you that, because there is a lot of restrictions at the place I am in. You have to, be given conditional access, saying that you will not show much of military equipment, or they only allow you to show what they want. They put conditionalities on what you can shoot or film here. But they've amassed bulldozers also to see if they can block those tunnels. So they're still weighing all that as to what would be the right time to go in for a ground military assault, and if that is needed at all. I think the strategy is, of all the people that I speak to and what I've been able to gather from the ground, from military experts, etc., is that they would want to bombard and weaken Hamas considerably before they look in, and also probably launch special operations, small teams which go in, do a quick surgical strike, get hostages out and get them back before they go and decimate or further strike Hamas targets.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Take good care of yourself. We'll come back to you across the day for more updates.